turned over a lot of stones in the last 4 years trying to get a break in this case. Like another one.
Tonight we take you back to a 1978 homicide, the latest in our Catch a Killer series. Houston NBC has teamed up with Rochester homicide investigators to put together stories about the city's unsolved murders, hoping someone will come forward with more information to help catch a killer. Well, tonight we go back 30 years to the unsolved murder of Robert STEEB. LILA CARNEY has more on how this is not just another case for the investigator in charge.
This was the scene on Genesee and Magnolia Streets, May 5th, 1978. Robert STEEB was working at this gas station when police believe two people robbed the store. In the robbery, Bob STEEB was shot once and killed.
Witnesses at the time saw a male black and a female black emptying out the cash register and leaving and walking, that would be east on Magnolia Street, away from Genesee Street.
There were leads and witnesses, but one witness police still haven't found, a woman who regularly used the gas station payphone and was there just before the murder.
She might have been a witness. She might have been leaving and see somebody coming in as she was leaving, or somebody might have already have been there. But she definitely would, I would love to talk to this person and just to see what she might know.
A break in the case 2 years later, this gun used in the murder turned up in the Genesee River.
And it's very unique, and I'm hoping that'll trigger somebody's memory. It is definitely just not your everyday Saturday night special.
Several investigators have worked this case. Investigator Gleason's been on it for 4 years, but his connection to it goes back to his childhood.
Bob and I went to grammar school together and high school. We've known each other since first grade.
He's also close with Bob's siblings, including his sister Kathy, who still clearly recalls the night of the murder.
He ended up getting called into work. I think someone else couldn't be there. So when he got out of work, Nancy and I were going to go out that night. And then I was home getting ready to go out, and I got a phone call.
Bob was just 23 when he was killed. He had a wife and a 2-year-old daughter.
She doesn't remember him at all. But she was just the apple of his eye.
After 30 years of wondering, family says they learned to heal without closure.
You know, after 30 years, you have to be at peace with it.
But they also believe someday someone will be held accountable, even if it's not in this life.
If there's a reckoning, that someone bigger than us is going to take care of it. You just have to believe that.
Bob STEEB was 23 years old when he was killed back in 1978, and even though almost 30 years have gone by, investigators still believe there are witnesses out there who could help them. If you think you could help catch a killer, call Crime Stoppers at 423-9300. LILA CARNEY, News 10 NBC.